Hey, and what's up, my country people? I am your host, the GA Country Boy. Got another episode for you. Just wanted to take you guys back again, another memory on that farm. One of the things that I can remember that's pretty odd about growing up on this farm, you know, our choice and selection, well, at least I shouldn't say our choice, my grandfather's choice and selection of dogs to have on that farm. We'd always have a German Shepherd, and for some reason, we'd always have pit bulls. And don't get me wrong, I think they both made great, fine dogs if trained well, right? Correct. We all can all agree with that. I just find it weird to have a pit bull on a farm. Now looking back at it, because first, one of the most nerve-wracking days on a farm is when the animal gets out of his pen, right? And we'll just say we had a huge pen, pig pen, the pastures. And when a huge pig or sow or bull would get out, they would tear a hole in the fence and other pigs would get out. And sometimes it would just be one, or they would just find a hole and snuggle out of it. One incident turned into a nightmare. When I say a nightmare, let me explain to you how it turned into a nightmare with the dog choice. Because the first thing my grandfather would do, depending on the size, depending on which one he thought that actually got out, he would choose instead of the German Shepherd, he would say send the pit bull. We had a pit bull called Mama. We would call her Mama, and Mama did not play, and that's what I mean by it was just a headache. She would listen, but if you know anything about a pit bull, very loyal and follow directions to the T up until a point. We would go out on the edge of the fields and or the edge of the pasture where the sow had got out, and she would pick up on her. We'd be like, "Ma, Mama, get there, go, get him, Ma." We make this sound, and she would just go off on a tear. She'd be smelling the ground just like a hound. We had hound dogs, but that was nighttime hunting. You would think put them on this for what? Hounds hunting. I know we're not hunting. We kind of knew where they were. So I get it. I get it. So it's on the store, on the set, she finds her. We're trying to keep up with her. And Mama realizes that this sow is probably about 5 times bigger than her. And yeah, what is she gonna do? And sometimes the bull would have the tusk coming out. She was such a smart dog, and my grandfather had trained her well. There's two places that she would attack. She would either attack ear and latch on, and it couldn't get to her, or it would hind legs. And you didn't want to go to hind legs because she would lock on there too and get bloodthirsty and just tear that hog up. And that was one of the things that I hated because it was, getting her off. Once she tasted that blood and she locked on, it was like you had to squirt her with water in her mouth. Uh, and it was just crazy. It was a hard thing to do to get her to calm down after that. And then just watching her panting and bleeding and wanting more, it's very scary. But that was one of the things now when I look back at it, the choices of dogs having on a farm, from the shepherd, hunting dogs, and a pit bull. If you grew up on a farm and you had different dog choices or selection on your farm, let me know. Let me know what you had. Put it in the comments. That was just some of the things that I just thought was pretty odd looking back at it. Hey guys, coming up on the end of my show. If you have not hit that like or subscribe button, please hit the like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I make a story. Guys, stop on by and check this country boy out. That's my time. That's my show. Until the next time, peace.